Katie?
It was good. I got a lot done today. Yeah. How about you?
Well, I can't wait to have this baby.
Oh, I bet. Have you picked out any names yet?
No names, but I can't wait to tell it all about being a Venetian.
What do you know about Bonita?
Oh, let me tell you. Calusa is pronounced Calusa. Sometimes you'll see it spelled Calusa instead. The Calusa Indians did not farm like the other Indian tribes in Florida. Instead, they fished for food on the coast, bays, rivers, and waterways. They made fishbone arrowheads to hunt for animals such as deer. The women and children learned to catch shellfish like conchs, crabs, clams, lobsters, and even oysters. This was prime waterfront property, and the women were always looking for a farmer. The Calusa are considered to be the first shell collectors. They used the shells for tools, utensils, jewelry, and ornaments for their shrines. Living and surviving on the coast caused the tribesmen to become great sailors. Well, they had a happy life, fishing and hunting and making shell bowls. Life was good. All of a sudden, here comes the Europeans. In 1539, Mountain Key was the center of the Calusa world, and this is where Ponce de Leon wanted to conquer the Calusa to establish a colony. He went to them and he was like, hey. They were like, hey. He was like, I'm going to conquer you for Spain. Well, the Calusa looked at each other and were like,
we don't think so.
So they went back in their nice little huts on the river and were like, we gotta do something. So they ambushed the Spanish, and De Leon was struck by an arrow in the thigh and gave up the battle and retreated back to Cuba. So now Ponce was like, doctor, save me. The doctor was like, dude, I can't do anything for you. Ponce de Leon died within a week from an infection. Well, by that time it was too late for Calusa because they had started getting sold as slaves or died from diseases such as smallpox and measles brought in from the area by European explorers. Man, this sucks. We're out of here. So many of them moved to Cuba. Well, in 1870, the U.S. government decided Southwest Florida was a great place to pitch camp for surveyors. It was a great property with lots of water, and they were like, hey, we were told this water has healing properties. So they set up camp, and they were like, what are we going to call it? Call what? The place where the surveyors are going to live. Why not Survey? So it became the town of Survey, and the river became known as Surveyor's Creek. Since there was not any air conditioning and a lot of bugs and alligators, only a few homesteaders wanted to move in. But in the 1880s, the population of the area more than doubled when Braxton B. Comer bought over 6,000 acres of land around Survey. He owned a large plantation growing pineapples, bananas, and coconuts. Man, this is good. This is the life. Within a few years, Survey developed from a scattering of homesteaders into a community. In 1887, a small log-walled public school was built. Then, in 1912, a Tennessean man named Ragsdale purchased 2,400 acres around Survey. He and his associate, Dan Farnsworth, they surveyed the area and laid out a small town with streets and avenues named for potential buyers, but the name was horrible. Survey doesn't sound very appealing. We need a new name. It's a pretty town, so let's call it Bonita. Wait, I have an idea. Why not Bonita Springs? Yeah, I like it. It sounds fancy. So they named it Bonita Springs, and Surveyor's Creek was upgraded to Imperial River. Eventually, Baron Collier came into town and said, whoa,
these roads are bad.
So he expanded his railroad and then developed the Tamiami Trail in 1928.
I'm going to build a road.
So there we are. Today, the city of Bonita Springs is an attractive, beautiful spot with beautiful beaches, fine restaurants, excellent recreational facilities, and even beautiful homes. And Fiddlerville became Bonita Beach. And now look at us enjoying beautiful Bonita Springs. Cheers! Cheers! Cheers to it!
And watch me whip, nanny. Do the stanky leg. Do the stanky leg. Yes.